Cutting 30% of the public service or the public sector workforce sounds crazy, sounds controversial, and there's been some people losing their minds in the comments. But let me break it down for you in numbers that make it a little bit more palatable and easy to understand. All right, so across the public sector, we are paying in Australia 2.6 million people in the public sector. We're paying them $250 billion a year. Now, average it out. I know this is not how it works in a perfect world, but average it out. The average salary is $96,000 a year across that workforce. This is the part that blew my mind when I started looking into it. In the last 3 years, that bill, that salary of $250 billion has grown from around about $195 billion to $250 billion. So it's gone up $55 billion in 3 years. And I'd like to find an argument from anyone that makes sense in which that $55 billion extra expenditure has given us any more for our money, has given us better services, has given us better hospitals, has given us more educators in schools, has reduced ramping in states like South Australia, has improved any outcome whatsoever in the last 3 years for that extra expenditure. But beyond that, let's just look at those numbers again. $250 billion. If we were to cut 30% from that bill, you're saving $75 billion a year. $75 billion a year just in wages. That's not super. That's not operational expenses like offices. That's none of the support stuff and infrastructure that goes around those jobs that would ideally shrink with them. So we could save $75 billion a year and put that directly into hospitals, into schools, into ramping in states like South Australia, into building homes, real outcomes for Australians that will make a difference, as opposed to what I'm going to refer to as institutional bloat. If you think the government departments all run optimally, if you think they all run at maximum efficiency, just get off my page. You need your head read, and I can't spend my bandwidth debating with you guys in the comments anymore. It's just too simple and logical to understand. So if you don't get it, hop on the first train out of my way. For the rest of you, I think this is the sort of pressure we need to start putting on government, whether it's at local level with council, whether it's at state level, whether it's at federal level. We just need to start saying, you guys cost too much, do too little, and make decisions that essentially go against the grain of what every Australian wants. And when I say every, we need to talk in majorities. I get it, but I would be very, very hard pressed at the moment to even find Labor supporters that I know in the areas that I live in that are entirely happy with the Labor Party, particularly with things like tax changes as well. So let's keep the conversation real. As the politicians like to say, let's take it to the pub test. The only thing that's starting to baffle my mind is I'd just like to know what pub it is that these pollies are going to, because I can't seem to find the same pubs that give me the same answer. So please let me know, because it sounds like instead of beers, they're serving acid trips, and I would love to get some of that right now just to clear my mind from all the nonsense of government in our way.